I'm Hkeik, and I'm delighted to introduce you to Dr. Joseph Hkeik, a pioneer in the anti-aging game, not just in Australia but around the world. Dr. Hkeik, welcome to INSPIRE19. Can I ask you, what inspired you to start All Saints as you celebrate the 20th anniversary of your business this year?
The truth, Bahar, is the idea of All Saints was not mine, it was my father's idea. So my father saw me at the time in my life where I was so torn between art and medicine, and it was his idea for me to start a practice because I thought it might give me some stability in my life. And where I am today is because of time and because of support of friends, but really it was not my idea, so it was my dad's.
I always like asking this question from entrepreneurs. What's the best and what's the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Well, if I was to maybe stick to the family topic, I think the best advice I received from my father, he always said to me, be good to people. Because if you're good to people, the universe will be even better for you and will bring great people into your life. And I think that's probably the best advice that anyone has ever given me.
And the worst advice anyone has ever given you?
I don't think I've ever had a worse advice because I've never taken any bad advice from anyone. So I'm not really sure anyone's given you bad advice.
That's great. I think success means so many things to different people. What does success mean to you?
For me personally, success is about making sure that every client that I see is 100% happy. I always aim to make sure that what I promise clients, I deliver, and sometimes I over-deliver on my promise. And that's to me success.
I'd love you to share the highest and maybe even the lowest points in having your own practice.
So the highest point in my practice life is when I launched my Double Bay clinic, because that was a dream of mine, and it took me years in the making, but the day that I walked in here for the first time in Double Bay was when I realized that yes, I have achieved my dream.
And do you have a low point in your business where you can share with other entrepreneurs and other people who are in business who can maybe identify that you don't always get to be Dr. Joseph Hkeik without going through some low points?
All Saints Clinic is like any other business. We are people industry and people business. So if you don't have the right people beside you, that can sometimes break you. And we've had our own share of these concerns, but thank God, I think I have the best team right now.
I'd like to ask you, is there something that personally or in your business persona you may have struggled with before and then you've had some success by overcoming that?
Certainly, Bahar. I think I found that I was the strongest and the weakest link in my business. All the people that came to All Saints wanted to see me personally, but I think that with time became really more and more difficult because I still provide a service and there's only certain hours in a day. But I think what I found is finding other superstars that can join the team and I can do equal work to myself and sometimes better. That really helped relieve the pressure and the stresses that was placed on me in the early days of All Saints Clinic.
And probably it's allowed you to scale the business in ways that you would never be able to do if you were the only person.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Because you cannot really grow a business if you rely on one individual. Plus, that was keeping me away from being more of an entrepreneur in my business and trying to think about the business rather than working on the business every single day.
Yeah, I can see that. I know that you've achieved some superlative moments and great success, but surely you must have like a next goal or a passion that you're yet to realize.
Look, I do, and I can share that with you, Bahar. You know me, I don't think small, I always think big.
Always.
And global. All Saints has always been on my agenda. I was just waiting for the right moment to go on that step, and as you might have worked it out a little bit, I've been going to London a fair bit, and then I think you'll probably before too long, you'll probably find that All Saints will be sharing the spotlight in London as well. I've already seen a few clients there, and then I'm just testing the water right now, and before too long I may have a studio in London.
Great, so when we're travelling for our European summers, we don't have to be far away from
Exactly.
I always have like this beautiful vision of Dr. Joseph Hkeik when he was a little boy, but I'd like to ask you, Who did you want to be when you were 7-year-old?
Oh my God, that's a very interesting question. I do remember a lot about my childhood, and to be honest, I was very inspired by my mother. She was my idol. I loved the fact that she could take a piece of fabric and turn it into this beautiful garment, an outfit that she would wear will transform her. So I probably wanted to be a male version of my mother.
Right.
That can also transform people's lives through any profession that I would undertake, but I had no idea what I'd be doing when I grew up.
Well, you've certainly transformed the appearance and the confidence of so many of your clients. One of the things that everyone who is lucky enough to be one of your clients talks about is just your ability to look at someone and not to change them, but to transform them into, the beautiful swan that they've always wanted to be. And it's been such a pleasure to speak to you today.
Thank you so much, Bar. I feel really blessed that I got the talent that I have.
And we're so excited to hear more from Dr. Joseph at INSPIRE19 this year. Tickets are on sale now.